Okay, got it. Okay. I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna introduce the show
Okay.
and let you guys do what you do.
Michele, what's that?
Okay.
It's some tea.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Well, when she gets here, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, we can get this talking.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So it's not connected. All right, here we go. All right. Well, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. And thank you, Jesus. It's around that time right here on KAZ Radio, where I have one of my most favorite shows, Sisters of Leisure with Tracey and Michele. Take it away, sisters.
Hello, everyone. We are so happy to see you today. We have a very special guest today. You can just flip your phone, just flip it the way you had it before. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a very special guest today. We are just so honored for you to be here. We know it's getting a little cool outside, but we are Sisters of Leisure. My name is Tracey, and we are living every day seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michele, the little sister.
And I just want to say, we had an amazing pop-up shop yesterday. It was such a blessing and an honor to just have all of these wonderful, talented entrepreneurs have their products displayed. I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, it was just so much positive energy in the room. The vibe was excellent. And the place that we used was Vista Vibes Atlanta at 405 La Vista Road. And when I say the service is great. So if you're in the Tucker area in Atlanta and you want to get lunch or just want to go out and hang out for an evening, please patronize this business. This young man, he is an amazing entrepreneur. His facility is very nice. The music is good. The food is good. The drinks are good. I think you're going to really, really love his facility. So I just had to say that. And I appreciate all the vendors that participated and all the ones that weren't able to do it. We will definitely have other opportunities that you will be able to be a part of, because we're looking to do something for December for the Christmas holiday. You know, everybody's going to start going shopping and wanting to purchase items for their family and friends. So we really are looking forward to doing something in December, and I will definitely let you know. But lo and behold, we have an amazing lady here. Her name is Miss Angela. She is a nurse. She is a detoxologist, and she also is a life coach. And I'm just so honored to have her here today because it is getting cold outside. And you know how we kind of hibernate in the wintertime, but we really need to stay focused on cleansing our bodies and, you know, preparing ourselves to be healthy. Because we could it's easy to get lazy and eat all the bad things, but she's going to talk to us about what we really need to do. Angie, we are so happy to have you here today.
Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure. And I just want to thank you for keeping me on the calendar, because when I think when I initially reached out and you said, I'm like, October, I think this was March or something.
We booked and busy, Angie.
Hey, I love it.
That is great. I'm so glad that you're here because, like Tracey said, a detoxologist. So what does that mean? Like, what do we need to know about a detoxologist? What you offer?
Okay, my name is Angela Lee. I go by and I have deemed myself the badass coach in these detox streets because I help you detox your body from mind, body, and spirit. And what detoxification means, it means a chance of cleaning yourself, not just with food, but mental, because a lot of everything, I mean, a lot of things that we exposed to is not always food. It can be the environment. It can be, which cause it could be people. We need to detox away from them. Behaviors and food is what we put in our bodies, and it is the consequences of what we have allowed ourselves to be. So I call myself the detoxologist nurse because, number one, I'm a registered nurse. My background is emergency medicine, and I do PACU as a recovery nurse as well. But only until I was diagnosed with 2 incurable diseases did I realize, wait a minute, how did this happen to me? I'm medically inclined, and here I am, how did I overlook these signs and symptoms? So when I went through the 5 cycles of grief and realized that, hey, you know, Angie, you in denial. And many of us are in denial of being overweight. We denial about our eating habits, and we in denial about trying to change. And we think because we do a little bit of something that still should give us a better result. But this is not true. So I call myself the detoxologist because I help you put all that together in order to give you a better outcome.
Wow. I mean,
I'm guilty.
Me too. You said we think we do it a little bit and we think we're doing a lot and ain't did nothing.
Ain't did nothing.
But see, you know what, Angie, it is, well, you know, let me not say it's difficult, but I find it challenging, you know, because I'm so used to these different foods. There's gluten. I was watching a lady earlier today. She's like, you know, take gluten out of your diet, to all these things. And it's just like, to me, it's just like learning how to walk. Where do you start? How do you, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you even start this process?
Well, number one, once you finally make up your mind and being committed, that's the number one thing is, I call it the ask. First, you have to acknowledge where you are and that you need help, that your way is not working. You have to seek somebody else that's no more than you to be able to commit to you a better result. And ask, the S in ask is seeking somebody who's knowledgeable, not somebody that necessarily don't look like me, but somebody who done been through the trenches and who have gotten results. So again, a lot of us are going to tell our friend, but our friend overweight, our friend on all these medications with us. So of course, I don't have anything else good to tell you because I want you to stay right here with me. And then, and of course, the K, as far as K, mean kicking the bad habit. You have to be willing to say, you know what, Angie, I go by Krispy Kreme every day after lunch, get me 2 donuts and get me a milk, kicking those bad habits because, again, we have been indoctrinated to these same routines. I offer a 21-day detox program because it's already statistically proven that if you do something for 21 days, you're more likely to incorporate that into your daily habit. So now this is a new habit that I'm teaching you that you'll be more likely to stick with it if you haven't gotten the results.
So wow. You said a 21-day. So are you going to people's houses? Because maybe I watch too much TV. You going to people's houses, just taking everything out of their cabinets and like, you don't need this, eat this, and then give them like a avocado and some wheatgrass and like consume it. There you go.
No, sis, I'm from the culture, so I'm here to educate us on the food that we eat. Sweet baby Ray, green beans with fatback marinade, pinto beans, and I'm coming. And cheese and our normal food that we eat because that's unrealistic. Of course, when we go to the doctors, a lot of those people in those roles don't look like us. So it's easy to tell us the cookie cutter way, which is the bookmark way, and that's how they talk, how they are taught, and that's what they did to me. Well, like I said, I was a nurse until I became a patient, and I was like, wait a minute, 12 years I've been reading off these discharging instructions. I never gave any of those people, my patients, any other way to come to resolve this, and only until it happened to me. Like I said, I'm currently living with 2 incurable disorders. One of them was a thyroid that's no cure, and the other one is a brain tumor that they told me no cure that was stricken my eyesight. So the doctor prepared me that one day I wake up one day and I won't be able to see, and that's what he told me in 2018. And because I started detoxing, finding other ways, alternative ways to still eat what I like to eat, but in a more healthier way. And as you can see, I'm still seeing just fine.
I know. Yes, you are. Yes. See, I got me a little mango berry.
It looks good too. That looks refreshing.
It's pretty good. It's real tasty. Sometimes I just feel like, I gotta cut this piece of fruit. But, I don't know why I think it's so hard to just put the fruit in the blender, turn it on, rinse it out, and drink your drink. Mm-hmm. Because I actually enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just doing something real hard, So what can you tell the people to make it fun? How can you make it fun?
You make it fun by, like I said, meeting you where you are, whatever it is. My thing is just getting up, being excited about it. That's unrealistic. We're not going to do that. But what I can tell you is, and I'm going to just do a role play and act like you're a real client that's coming to me and seeking help. So Miss Tracey, you are here today. What have you tried that didn't work? What kind of weight loss diets, programs did you try that it didn't work?
I've tried the pill. I tried the little white pill, and I did that for several months, and I lost a lot of weight. But as soon as I went to McDonald's, I gained all the way back, you know, and I tried exercising, but I don't really think I was giving it my all. I would just do a little walking here, you know, every day. So what do you think I should do?
Okay, so my thing is, what's important to you? Do you have any health conditions right now? Are you currently taking any medication?
I am diabetic. I have high blood pressure, and I also have high cholesterol.
Okay. You have the common triple syndrome that African Americans have. Number one, just for you being African American, you already at risk right there for high blood pressure. The other common diseases that Black people have. So you already have them. Just for you being born, you automatically these are already pre-given to you. And your eating habits help contribute to go ahead and change your statistic number into a valid number, because it's already statistically saying that based on your demographic, based on your race, that you are guaranteed to get these things out the pipeline. But let's go a little further. What about your parents, your mother, father? Any of them have any health conditions?
Yes, father has diabetes as well as high cholesterol.
Okay. Okay, still living?
Yes.
Your parents still living? Okay, so that just means that based on your family history, you was guaranteed to get this if you didn't do anything to change. And evidently you didn't do anything to change. That's how come you inherited these disorders. So currently right now, what's important to you? What would be your biggest why if you were to start this program? What would be able to keep you committed?
To be able to not have to take the medicine anymore.
Okay. So no taking any medicines. So what if I for 21 days, if you guarantee and you have to sign a client wellness coach partnership, because I am guaranteeing that if I cannot help you being able to make that scale move, being able to change your medical numbers, I'm talking about your blood work, and being able to help you feel better, help you have a bowel movement every day. And if you're not having a bowel movement every day, you have to let me know why. And being able to have me as an accountability coach, that I want to document your journey. So you have weekly check-ins with me every week, monitoring your progress. Do you sound like this something that you'll be interested in?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's how it will go, because I'm finding something that you like. You already told me what your areas is: diabetes, hypertension, which you already know. There's no cure for those. But if your eating habits, I can be able to get you out that spectrum, but you have to be committed to the 21 days in order to see and show results. And some of my clients have gotten results as early as 7 days.
You know what? I noticed as I ate a slice of pizza that it is easy to get caught up. Like, I don't put salt on my food, but there's so much salt in the food, if that makes any sense. And so, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, dang, this got a lot of sodium in it already, and some people add extra to it. Like, I mean, it's amazing to see how easy it is to be predisposed to this. You're like you say, you're predisposed, and then all of a sudden, bam, we're the cereals we eat, the meats we consume, all those things. Even like nowadays, the vegetables. I go to the Kroger to get me some mixed fruit, and the fruit section is empty. Like, there's nothing really there, and so that causes me to keep walking and go do something else, But it's so easy to kind of get caught up in that, because really I'm not going to say we weren't taught anything different, but, it was just like, here you go, consume these things. And now, you got high blood pressure. So I can understand how easy it gets. Cause I was like, this pizza is so salty. I always say it's like so salty. Like, even like, certain things that you think is healthy, it's so salty.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because those are familiar foods, and we know how a pizza is supposed to taste. We know how the culture, how it's supposed to taste. But what happens when we go and do a diet, and I'm saying it because I'm like Tracey, I done took Adipex, too. And what happens is when you no longer can afford those things, the weight, the aches and the pains and the pounds come back. And then you stuck like, oh my goodness, nobody did anything for your mindset. That's what separates me and makes me different, because I know the walk and I walk the talk. And because I'm being able to control your mind, being able to introduce you to something else, I'm not giving you these little bars that you have to eat and putting you on a point system. No, I'm showing you how to eat it. And then when you are eating it, eat it in moderation, because meat takes so long to digest in our body. Meat can take, depending on what type of meat you eat, it can take up to 7 days to digest out the system. So depending on what you're eating, how many times a day that you're eating it, that is the reason why if you're large around the abdomen area, that's a lot of reason why. So let's add alcohol to it. Let's add hormone. Those of us over 40, let's add the hormones to it. So, and then of course, if we eating gluten, so think about it. Gluten is not just in the bread. Gluten is in any of your pasta. And the diagram that I do with it, when you put any pasta, that's your macaroni, of course, your rice, and of course your spaghetti noodles, your Alfredo, what it does when it hit water. Okay, if it did exactly, so it did that when you cooked it. Imagine when it get in your stomach and get to your gastric juices, what's the next thing that it's going to do? That's the reason why you feel full, and that's the reason why you have the urge to go to sleep, because now it has already made you full, activated the sugars that's in their carbohydrates. Now you're ready to take a nap and you're sleeping on that food, but your body never goes to sleep. It just at a standstill.
That's deep. Like, it does get, it gets kind of heavy when you start thinking about how it can overtake you. It just like earlier today, my friend was over. I was like, you want something to drink? And who would I get? Lemonade. I took a glance at how much sugar was in that lemonade, and I was like, Lord, like, oh my God, this is a lot of added sugar. 37 grams of extra sugar in a cup of juice. And it's probably what we weren't drinking a cup. We had a cup. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy how it can just boom, boom, boom. It can just become a big monster.
It expands it. And what I tell everybody, because the thing is, sugar has several names. And the thing is that familiar foods, especially when you're shopping down the aisles and we getting things that's in boxes and it's processed food, they put preservatives in there to help keep it. And my father was incarcerated, and I remember going to see him, and he was so weak that he couldn't open the bag of noodles. So when I went back to see him again, which was like almost a month later, guess what? Those same noodles still looked the same way right there on there. So again, we putting this in there. That's what the prison system is feeding. That's what most college students, but it costs 19 cents. So how healthy can a 19-cent box of noodles that look like it did when Jesus was here, and still we consuming those things on a daily basis?
Yeah.
You talking about my Roman noodles?
I am, dear.
High in sodium. That little pack of seasoning is so high in salt. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And we wonder, Americans, we are number one for heart disease. That one out of three women die in every second is for his heart disease. Because I did a challenge back in February, and just the numbers, and of course, we are number one. Women in the whole, for gender wise, but African Americans, we're number one. So you're talking about from high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, heart attacks, chest pains, cholesterol, all that is coming from us. And again, it is those things, you don't have to die from those things. Those things can be reversed with the diets. But like you just said, just think of the ramen noodles with the package. What about chicken noodle soup? I had my class to do, to go in the cabinet and let me debunk their cabinet. And one lady had, I think it was like some spaghetti that was already packed, 1,100 grams of sodium.
That's a lot of sodium.
Yeah.
My husband, he passed away, died of a heart attack. He had congestive heart failure. And so when he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, we were like, okay, let's go ahead and change how we eat. But we found it so hard for him to eat. Like, we found it so difficult for him to, like, we couldn't just go down the aisles and just go grocery shopping. We had to stay, study, look, read. Like, it was a research project. So we had, like, we love barbecue. So I love the barbecue aisle. There was like maybe one barbecue sauce he could consume. And we knew that. And then, we had to season with, of course, vegetables, peppers, onions, things like that. But like, it was so difficult for him to find anything in the grocery store that was healthy. And then on top of that, that didn't cost an arm and a leg. You know what I'm saying? To buy. You go to Publix, a little thing of fruit is $6.
Yeah. And the thing is that because a lot of people are let cost be the reason why they stop. But like I told them, I said, what's expensive? What's expensive is losing a day of work because you feel tired. You can't go to work because, you swollen. You don't feel good. That's expensive. It's expensive because we are not used to spending those kind of prices. But if we were to do even number and evaluate the healthy food versus the whole time that when you sick in bed and the price that you pay, that's expensive. And like I told them, because I'm sending condolences to you because I lost my father as well, and seeing him deteriorate like that. What's expensive to me when I do a Facebook Live, expensive to me is picking out a casket for him dying at 62 years old when he didn't have to die from congestive heart failure because he didn't help in time. Dying because diabetic ulcers got infected because he didn't get the right medical treatment and they was going unkept. So that's expensive to me. So depending on where people's mindset is, that is where they, that's where they're going to spend most of their time. But again, only until it happens, then we, when you're in pain long enough and in deep pain, you'll make some necessary changes. You don't care how much it costs.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I got a Costco card today. I said, I'm going to the fruit section and vegetable section. I'm just going to load up on stuff like that because it's really not that expensive. And you can buy it in bulk. And, I just have to be creative and make the process of cutting fruit enjoyable, and making little smoothies or drinks or whatever the case may be. But I did get a Costco card today just so I could get some vegetables and fruits. So do you recommend frozen versus fresh, or does it matter?
If you're not gonna be doing it every day, I do mine every day. So if you're not gonna be doing it every day, don't waste your money because your fruit go to the bag quickly. And if this is something that you're going to be doing every day or maybe skip a day, then fresh fruit's going to be your normal go-to. But I help encourage you to do meal prepping. That means make your smoothie by the color. You can do all reds, all greens, all yellow, whatever color it is, all purples, in order to get the color to kind of find your fruits. That's that color. But again, I kind of mix and match mine. I do. If you go to the dough section, they already have the fruits and the vegetables already prepackaged. You get like 5 little sacks in there with bananas, mango, and everything, and spinach, kale already in there. And it's for like $10.98. The good thing about that is it's frozen. So when you pull it out, you got your package to have go by. So again, that'll give you at least enough for 5 days if you're just doing one smoothie a day.
Yeah. So when you say by the color, like, are you saying like all yellow vegetables and fruits, all, so that's how you suggest people do it, or?
No. I was just saying, because when you new to it and she was just asking like for ideas, because to make it more appealing to her so she can keep up with it, you can do it that way, do it by color, because some of us are attracted to color, especially when I do with dragon. Everybody loves dragon fruit because it has that fuchsia color in it, and everybody's eyes are, oh my gosh, Andy, what you have? But a lot of times when I'm doing it, but because I have been doing it, consistently for over a year, now I just can give me, do two at one time and kind of mix and match mine. But I'll bring back in March, I did a green smoothie, shamrock for St. Patrick's Day. I did 17-day green smoothie. And so every whoopie out of smoothie had to be green. So, no matter what they came up with, it just had to be green.
So what fruits and vegetables do you like to mix that gives you a certain type of taste?
Pineapple and bananas always going to be your go-to as far as when you look at that's going to be your base. Pineapples and bananas are going to be your base, and then you can add your color, whatever color you want. So if you don't have the smoothies, your smoothies really don't have to change. They can stay that color, but then you can start doing the enhancements. I do pomegranate if I want a red. They got pomegranate powder. If I'm going to do more fuchsia, dark purple, they got some macaberry fruit. So I shop at Whole Foods. So Whole Foods is going to be my go-to, and I just go there and just shop like what it is that I'm feeling, and depending on my health issues as well. Because I tell everybody, when you doing these smoothies, we have to sit down, and that's why I make a customized plan based on what it is that you're trying to achieve. So if you're really not trying to achieve more potassium, then bananas wouldn't be my top source. I can eat bananas, but I know if I'm trying to go, like you said, for diabetes, if I'm going for diabetes, I know I got to look for something that's not high in sugar, because your fruit has natural sugars in it. So your base is a liquid. Either you're going to use water, which I highly suggest to be alkaline water, and then you're going to make sure you have another base. Whether if you're going to do juices, make sure your juice is going to be unsweetened, because your sugar is going to come from the fruit. Fruits have natural fructose sugars in it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because I have made smoothies before, and I usually just buy the fruit, and I don't think about what juice or something to add in it. So I go in the refrigerator and throw some orange juice in there. Well, that's the feeding the purpose, though, right? Because I'm putting.
Yeah, but I have to suggest you to start when you going and you looking for your juice, make sure your stuff is organic. If it's 100% organic, it doesn't have any sugar in it. It came the way that it's supposed to come. So you don't want to break any content down. So if you're going with like your Minute Maids and all those have sugar in it. So you don't want your typical orange juice. You want to go to organic juices. And when you go to an organic juice, then you want it to still be in its raw form, because once you start adding stuff to it, you now have added more sugar stuff to it in case it has been modified. But again, if you're doing everything natural, you don't have to worry about that, because it's natural sugar.
I'm sorry for that.
What's funny? Why are you over there cracking up, girl?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about my sister. She did some organic something one time.
Oh. So I just kind of went on this, I'm changing everything. Yeah. So I went to the health food store, and I got this organic juices. I got these organic creams and soaps and all that kind of stuff. And I showered and did all these things. And I woke up and my face has swollen up. I was just a hot mess. I had to go to my dermatologist, and he had to help me out, because I was highly allergic to something within it. And I couldn't believe how I looked once. It was a mess. But anyway.
Yeah, it was really bad. So you gotta just know what you not allergic to. I'm sorry for laughing, you guys. I just thought about when you said natural. I was like, oh my gosh, because I remember when Michele had got swollen, and it was horrible.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I make sure I ask everybody about their allergies, because those are things important. And with it doing organic stuff, if you don't know it, then of course, but keep you some Benadryl, sis. Keep some Benadryl.
Yeah.
Well, tell us how people can get in touch with you, Angie.
People can get in touch with me. I am the detoxologist nurse, and on all social media platforms. But if you text 833-370-1608 and put in the comment "Detox to Live," you should get a nice little checklist that will be able to, because a lot of people say, do I need a detox? I'm skinny. Do I need a detox? I don't have any health conditions. Everybody can benefit from detox. And that number again is 833-370-1608. 1608. And you're going to put Detox, the number 2, live, all one word, in order to get you a checklist.
Okay. That's what's up right there, Angie.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for being on Sisters of Leisure. We are just looking forward to getting in touch with Angie if you want to get ready for this summer, because winter's not even here yet. But we really need to focus on eating better, drinking better, and getting ourselves healthier, mind, body, and soul.
Yeah, let's go have another hot girl summer. Like, I'm
ready for it.
Yeah.
We love you.
Well, thank y'all. But anytime y'all need a guest to come back, y'all holler at a sister.
Okay.
Are y'all located in Georgia?
Yes.
Oh, well, we can do us a round table in person then.
Yes, we can. Absolutely. We will definitely get together and talk about it. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so very much. All right. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.